Hello again, Guardians, and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny episode. Before we get started, I'd like to first announce I'm giving away 1,000 silver for Destiny or a Destiny emblem away from the Bungie store. All you have to do to enter and to win for this week's giveaway is be subscribed, show your support and like the video, and leave a comment down below in reference to Destiny 2. Alongside all of this though, I'm giving away 3 copies of Destiny, 2 normal copies for any system including PC, or a Destiny 2 the Collector's Edition, also available on any system or PC. So if you want to enter in for any of this, please check the video link down in the description of this video to learn how to enter in for any of those giveaways. Alongside that, enjoy the video. So to get right into this video, we're going to be going over all 3 of my reward drops for my Hunter, my Titan, and my Warlock in King's Fall weekly featured raid from last week. Now I know a lot of you are probably saying, hey Hunter, this video is up late. Well, if you watch my channel regularly, you would know that I took a hiatus from YouTube, didn't upload any videos all week long during King's Fall, and I actually didn't play any Destiny. I actually took a break from it completely just to clear my head and get my creative personality back. So it drains a lot out of you playing Destiny all the time, and I just wanted to play other games. So I went and I played a ton of other games. But now I'm back, and I did end up doing 11 of my raids right before reset on Tuesday morning, and at 5 a.m. it ended up leading up to having 1 Wrath machine left. We ended up getting to Vossix, and that was it. It was done. The reset was over. So we ended up just refreshing and starting to do other raids. So I do have my rewards for King's Fall, and I just wanted to go over that now. So my Warlock, I ended up getting the Doom of Chelsea's Adept, the Scout Rifle with Void Damage. It's a primary exotic that you get from doing the challenge modes, and I ended up getting 2 of them on my Warlock. So the other one's in the Postmaster still waiting for me to grab it. And then I also got the Anguish of Dristan Adept, which is the Arc primary auto rifle, which is really cool. So I can't wait to use these and see if they're actually good inside of PvE events. They won't be good inside of Crucible, but I'm really thinking about the PvE events like the Strikes, Nightfalls, and the Raids. And then I ended up getting the Sniper Rifle, dismantled the Sniper Rifle because I already had one. It's sitting in my vault, just waiting for me to use it again. And the scope on the Sniper Rifle is actually fairly decent, so if you've never used it in Crucible, I'd recommend just testing it out for a little bit. I know that Sniper Rifles aren't the main focus right now. I know it's sidearm meta, but Sniper Rifles are still good, especially in Trials and if you actually know how to use them. So practice with it a little bit, you can get pretty good at it. Kulem's Terminus, I ended up getting that as well. I dismantled that because I already have one. This has been on my Warlock since I received it back in year 2. And Kulem's Terminus with Persistence. Best roll. I'm telling you, best roll. Awesome Kulem's Terminus. If you want to use it in Crucible, it works really well. But then again, the Silver Dread from the Iron Banner is even better. I like holding on to the Kulems though, just in case I'm doing King's Fall. I actually like using the Kulem's Terminus to take the gaze from Golgoroth and destroy the orbs that are coming at me. This reloads by itself, so I end up having the Sniper Rifle equipped, which is the Black Spindle, Kulem's Terminus, and then I end up having a really nice Scout Rifle to switch between the Kulem's Terminus and the Scout Rifle to take out the orbs from Golgoroth. It works really well. Alongside that, I run Stormcaller, which also takes them out really well. But if I don't have my super, obviously my primary and my heavy is going to be the thing to take them out. Then I ended up receiving the Ghost, dismantled that because it wasn't a perfect roll. Sorry I didn't show that to you, but hey, I have the Ascendant Shell from Crota's End, so that's all that matters. Next up, I ended up getting the Helmet. The helmet is really cool. I like the helmet. It's one of my favorite helmets in the game right now with the ornament equipped. It has to have the ornament just because I look like a hive god that has been controlled by Oryx. It's just really awesome. It's kind of like I ripped off Oryx's sister's head and I put it on my helmet or something. It's really sweet. And then I ended up getting the chest piece. Chest piece has the ornament equipped already, but if you've never done King's Fall, for those year 3 players out there, this is what the normal King's Fall chest piece looks like. Pretty cool. And then we also have the boots. Ended up putting the ornament on the boots as well. So here we are. Little shiny shin guard. That's literally all it does for the ornament on this piece of armor, which is pretty saddening. I kind of wanted to do something to like my feet as well, like make those taken hive looking, but it didn't. It just changed literally the shin guard. And if I remove that ornament, It's physically just the shin guard. I think the shin guard also lowers a little bit with the ornament. Yes, it does. So it just lowered down a little bit, which is completely bland and boring, to be honest. Then I ended up getting the coolest Warlock Bond ever. Okay, so King's Fall. The ornament makes the Warlock Bond look like this. The previous Warlock Bond, so boring. It's literally Oryx's head. Like, who would want to wear this? But you put this on, and you're like, damn, like that is awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely be holding on to this. And there we have it for all my armor and all my weapons. But that's not done yet. I ended up also receiving Malevolence. Malevolence is the shader that you can acquire from doing the weekly featured raid as Kingsfall. And it's just, there it is. It's pretty boring, but it's still a shader. And I'm going to show you guys the shader really quick with another set of armor. So I'm going to actually put on the Crota's End armor, the full set, with the ornaments equipped, and I'm going to show you that off with the actual thing. So here it is, Malevolence. It just makes the armor part really, really black. You have the green show off really, really intensely, and then you've got this ugly brown. It's not my favorite shader in the game, but it is a shader that you acquire out of the weekly featured raid for Kingsfall. So if you haven't acquired it yet, it is one of the rarer drops. The easiest drops to acquire is seriously going to be the primary exotics. If you do challenge, you are guaranteed the primary exotics. And to kind of give you guys a glimpse of my postmaster really quick, to prove that I do have the other Doom of Chalices, here it is. And now it's time to go over to my hunter. Now that we're on my hunter, let's take a look at the inventory, shall we? First off, you can see that I've almost got a full set of raid armor on my hunter as well as my warlock. And with that being said, this has been the most rewarding raid with armor pieces so far out of the 4 weeks of Destiny. I actually played Wrath of the Machine this week. I've already acquired the gear, as you can see by this primary. But last week's rewards for Kingsfall were so rewarding. I ended up getting almost full sets on all my characters. Alongside that, getting a lot of the primary adepts, and I ended up getting a lot of secondary and also heavy weapons. And I ended up getting a lot of ghost shells, a lot of shaders, and it was just super rewarding. So if you ever want to go and get a lot of rewards, just go and play Kingsfall. You'll have a ton of fun, and you'll also be rewarded for your efforts. So it's not actually that hard of a raid. Just go and do it. It's so much fun. So first off, armor pieces. We're going to go over the armor first because we've got to find a good shader for these armor pieces with the ornaments equipped. And I'm going to recommend the shimmer shader from SRL. This blue and black shader is probably the best looking shader for this armor set. And the knife on the hunter is just glowing, which is amazing. So yeah, there it is. That's what the armor looks like with the ornaments and the shimmer shader. Alongside that though, we've got a lot to go over with the armor pieces itself. So we end up getting the cloak, the chest, the gauntlets, and the helmet. We're missing the boots, but that's okay. So with the Harrowed Dark Hollow Mask, you can deactivate this, and it's really ugly. Put the ornament on, it's really pretty. Then we also have the exact same effect with the gauntlets. Really awesome gauntlets. Really, really mean and terrifying looking, and just epic. We take it off. It looks really boring, really ugly. Put that back on. Then we also have the chest piece. Chest piece, again, looks terrifying. Like, why the hell is your chest glowing blue with a bunch of cracks in your armor and stuff? Like, what are you? Are you possessed? Are you taken? And then we take it off, and pretty boring. So these ornaments really go to make the Kingsfall armor shine and really distinguish itself from a bunch of other armor pieces out there, and I really have grown fond of this. Alongside that, the cloak, 10 times better. Look at this cloak. It actually looks like this little thing that's floating in the air or hanging off of the cloak actually looks like it's a part of it. Unlike this one, where the bones are hanging, but there's like no string, and it just looks like they're floating there. So this actually makes it look like it's a part of it, and these could be hanging off of this big piece here, but this big piece could be stitched into the cloak at the seam, and it just makes a lot more sense. Now, Primaries. Primary exotics. So we ended up getting the Anguish of Dristan at depth, and we ended up getting Zoli's Bane twice. The other one's in the Postmaster right now, but we're in orbit, so we're not going to the Postmaster. And then we're also at Doom of Chelsea, the normal version. So really cool. We didn't get any secondary for this Guardian, and we didn't get any heavy, but that's okay. We did end up getting a Ghost Shell, and I dismantled it because I already have Ghost Shells. So, I mean, I don't know why I would have held on to it. But I will say this. If you don't have a perfect rolled Ghost Shell, these weekly featured raids guarantee you a 35-35 Ghost Shell. So it's really important to go and get the Ghost Shell out of the raids to get a perfect rolled Ghost Shell on Intellect, Discipline, or Strength. Doesn't matter. Just make sure that you go and get one because it's really useful to get your Guardian up to that tier 12. And that's about it. Didn't get a shader for this Guardian, so that's fine. But we did get a lot of stuff nonetheless. So now, to get into my Titan's inventory, a lot of you are probably going to say, I have no armor pieces equipped, and that's because I didn't receive any. Haha. Yeah, I didn't receive any armor pieces on my King's Fall Titan, but that's completely fine. I did get rewards, though. It's still the most rewarding raid because it does have 3 challenge modes, it has 4 boss fights, and a ton of reward drops. And with that, I ended up receiving all the weapons I needed. So I ended up having the Zoli's Bane, the Anguish of Dristan, and the Doom of Chelsea at depth. All I needed was the Smite of Moraine. I ended up receiving the Smite of Moraine along with Zoli's Bane and the Anguish of Dristan on my Titan, finishing off my primary adept set so I can test all the primary adepts now for you in a video. And then I also got the fusion rifle and the shotgun. I ended up receiving the heavy weapon, Quillam's Terminus, which I dismantled immediately because, as I said before, I already have one. And then I received a perfect roll, 35-35 Intellect and Strength Ghost Shell, the Kingslayer Shell, which is also really exciting. So really cool. Got a ton of rewards on my Titan, and also my Hunter and my Warlock ended up receiving 4 out of the 5 pieces of armor, and that's really exciting as well. And alongside that, I got all the primary adept weapons. I did not receive the Sparrow, and I didn't receive the ship again, but I did receive the shader, which is really impressive as well. So really exciting raid. It was a fun time with friends, and I had a blast. That's all my rewards, Guardians. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, share it with friends, and as always, leave comments down below on what armor pieces and weapons you received, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay violent, be privileged.
Oh, hi. VPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there's the logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy!